you ever questioned the motivations of LeBron, he chose the hardest path, I think. Now you might say best chance to win. He goes back to Cleveland. He's made man. Like he's
Hold on, Bob. Hold on. In this fall, man, this is very tough. In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
A few moments later.
Stuff is hard. And you got to stay together if you got the guts and you don't find the first door and run out of it.
A few moments later.
On paper, the Cavaliers look like a championship contender, anxious to prove it on the floor.
Message.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Tyler Rose TV. If you're new to this channel, you know what time it is. Hit that subscribe, hit the bell. Welcome to the best basketball show on YouTube. Let's go! Woo! All right, so Bob Myers, man, no stranger to know who Bob Myers is. He was the GM for the Golden State Warriors. He's a hell of a GM, a bright guy, I will say. But in this case, ladies and gentlemen, what we see is a disingenuous soul. And there's one thing that your boy Tyler from Tyler Rose TV hates. It's a disingenuous human being trying to say things simply to butter up somebody or simply to plan a narrative. Bro, stop the BS. This man, Bob Myers, saying LeBron chose the toughest path. He chose the toughest path. This man just played in the past 7-8 seasons with Russell Westbrook, Carmelo Anthony, Dwight Howard, Rajon Rondo, Luka Doncic, Anthony Davis, and you're talking about he has the toughest path. Then he goes to play with Philly now. Jaylen Brown, Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, VJ Edgecombe. You can't make this up. This is the man that's trying to say the toughest path. He had the toughest path. There's no way that you actually can look someone in the face and mean it. And this is another problem I have. Bob Myers recently was with Rich Paul and with Max Kellerman on the podcast. And you see Bob Myers sitting there trying to pitch for LeBron to go to Philly. So now we know we're in cahoots. Nick Nurse is on clutch. Tyrese is on clutch. KCP is on clutch. LeBron's on clutch. The coach is on clutch. Bob Myers is one of Clutch Sports podcast pitching for LeBron. Everywhere this guy goes, man. Everywhere this guy goes, ladies and gentlemen. You can't make this shit up. You really can't. So if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe. Let's get into this video, and I'm going to break down why Bob Myers is full of shit and why exactly what he said in this clip doesn't make any sense. Now, that's why you subscribe to Tyler Rose TV. Best basketball show on YouTube. I'm fired up. Let's get it.
question then is, I think if you want to take away something from this is what I would tell anybody watching or you too. Take away, if you ever questioned the motivations of LeBron, he chose the hardest path, I think. Now you might say best chance to win. He goes back to Cleveland. He's made man. Like he's
Hold on, Bob. Hold up.
Shout out to Trace McGrady. I know I shitted on you yesterday, but man, I commend you for speaking the truth.
Hold up. What you mean the hardest path to
like,
what?
Okay, sorry. He chose the one that was, there's only one reason. It's to win. It wasn't because I played there before, I grew up there, I want to play with my friend. It was because I want to win. So I'm going to go where I want to go. It gives me the best chance to win. Does that make sense?
100%. Yeah, but is that the hardest?
I think he could, if you're just talking about winning, I think the
hardest road is staying
where he was.
That's the hardest.
Okay, yeah.
That is the hardest.
And I don't know, you'd have to have him on, ask him that.
But I'm not going to knock him just because he goes from team to team and tries to win a championship.
Yeah, and I don't think he should be.
Totally different.
Yeah, that's a different thing.
Oh, I'm going to knock him, though. You don't got to do it, T-Mac, but Tyler Rose TV, we're going to do it that here. We're going to do that here.
I guess what I was saying is, would it have been easier to go back to go to play in Miami or Cleveland, or do you guys think no?
Considering
I think
what's
going
at
back
stake,
to those teams, the challenge would be different.
The challenge would be different. But going back to those teams, there's no expectations. And it's crazy to put the expectation on them.
There wouldn't be an expectation to go to a team that was just in the conference finals that has Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, or go back to Miami with Bam Adebayo, Klay Thompson is signing, and Giannis Antetokounmpo, a former MVP. What are we talking about? There should be expectation for you to win. The team was just in the conference finals. We should be expectation to win. They just landed the top 5 NBA player in the league with a guy who just scored 83 points. Come on now.
41, 42
That's,
you're
but
on.
that's my point. The expectations
Yeah.
are going to be different now.
For sure.
And he welcomed that by making the decision he made.
Yeah.
So when I say hard, I guess that's what I'm talking about.
From
Different
that
than what
regard,
you said.
I got you.
But I think like if we just took 2 seconds to say, why did he go? But both you guys go, because I think he thinks the best chance to win.
Yeah.
Why can't our society just accept that reason?
Because it's LeBron freaking
But
James.
hasn't he made winning kind of his whole pursuit?
The context of how you win should matter, Bob Myers. Shouldn't that matter?
I have a lot of
Again,
headaches from this entire season.
we'll have to have this
Oh, okay.
conversation
Okay.
another time.
Okay, I don't
mean,
know. I'm just
seriously
About to find out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm gonna say, man. Get your popcorn ready, ladies and gentlemen. I mean business. Put my hat back for this one, bro. I'm gonna put my hat back for this one. This man, Bob Myers, is saying if LeBron went elsewhere, meaning if he went to Miami, if he went to Cleveland, if he went to Detroit, that his expectation to win wouldn't be as high, right? So the part that he's not realizing and not understanding is that it's called this one thing here. It's called high reward, low risk. You go somewhere that already has proven MVP caliber players, upcoming rising stars, a head coach that's in your favor, it's on clutch. The president of the team is on clutch, looks like it. I mean, from at least this angle. KCP, Jalen, like you name it. The team is there. They have enough pieces. Whether it works or not, that's another thing. But to say that's a challenge, to say that you're taking a hard path by joining a team full of a great roster who was, in the second round, like, let's not make it seem like him going there and having an expectation to win is somehow hard. He's going to a team full of great players. He's not going anywhere else. And the fact of the matter is, if he does fail, which I don't think they're going to win a championship, but they have enough to win. I expect you to win, unless you want, of course, diminish LeBron, right? But this is what the fans do. They diminish LeBron. They say he's old, but then he goes and averages 26 points, 25 points, whatever he averages, and he does good in the playoffs. But then they say, as soon as he goes to a team, oh, bro, don't have expectations. He's old. Don't have expectations. He's old. Well, which one is it? But let me get back to the point I'm trying to make here. When LeBron does fail, ESPN is going to cover it. ESPN will say, oh, the team chemistry wasn't there. Oh, LeBron's a little older. It's a different situation. Joel Embiid was there. They're going to have all the excuses. Remember, LeBron had a choice to go anywhere for a veteran minimum. He chose the Philadelphia 76ers because in his eyes, he looked at it as an opportunity for him to win. So there's no pressure that he puts on himself because he decides to go somewhere and compete. You can't call that pressure. You can't say, oh, he's taking a hard road. That's not a hard road. That's the easiest road. You're going to a destination where you feel like you can sit there and fit in with all these great pieces around you that's already there. You don't got to wait a year. You don't got to wait 2 years. Everyone's there. Jaylen Brown, Tyrese, Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, KCP, Simons, Dean Wade, everybody is on the team. So what do we do? What should we do? Should we kiss and nail the feet and kiss on his feet for him going to Miami and playing with two guys who are top 5, top 10 guys in his conference, a top 3 guy in D Wade? Do we sit down and kiss your feet and say that's hard? That's the tough road. And then you go to Cleveland. You play with Kevin Love, who is a top 5 power forward. You play with Kyrie, who is an up-and-coming rising star. Of course, Kyrie is a superstar, max contract player. So you're not playing with scrubs. You go to LA, you go play with Luka, you play with AD, you get Russ, you get they gave you everything you need. What is so challenging about this? And this is why this is so disingenuous, because Bob Myers is an actually intelligent man. This man built that Warriors team as well. He was the GM there. He helped do things with the Warriors. He brought in the right pieces. He knows how to build the right team. So he goes and pitches for LeBron to go there because he believes in his eyes they have enough to make it work. So what is challenging about this? There's no way you actually believe this. There's no way, Bob Myers, you can look in the mirror and truthfully say with a lie detector hooked up to you that this is actually a hard path. What path has ever been hard? You go look at this man's career, and I promise you this. Go look at this man's career, his last few seasons in Cleveland. They won 66 games, and they won, guess what? I think the season after 61 games in 2010. Do you know this one fact about LeBron and his teams and the NBA's teams in history? That there's only 4 teams that's ever won 66 games. Not saying 67, 68. I'm just saying 66 games. There's 4 teams that won 66 games. It's the 1971 Milwaukee Bucks. They won a championship. and it's the 2012 Heat that won a championship with LeBron. And then there's another team, which is the Boston Celtics in 2008 that won a championship. So the only team is the 2009 Cleveland Cavaliers that never won a championship. So for you to say, oh, him going places is challenging. No, but the fact that your team was good enough to win 66 games and you decided to leave because you can't get over the hump. The challenge and the hard path would be to stay with the franchise, like T-Mac said, and you figure it out. You solve it. But for you to sit there and get on this podcast and just come up with this nonsense narrative, it goes to show you why the NBA media is trash. It goes to show you why these people that have relationships with all these players and these agencies, it just does bad business. It's maybe it's good business for them, but when it comes to the fans, when it comes to the narratives, bro, we're reaching the pinnacle of like, dog, this is ridiculous, bro. Like, this is just a lie. It's flat out lie. It's a lie, bro. There's no one that possibly believes. I mean, you even ask LeBron's teammates. There's no way they're going to sit there and say, you know what, yeah, we agree. LeBron's always had a tough path, bro. Come on, bro. Don't give me that nonsense, please. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is all I got. I don't know if I ranted this video. Felt like I did, but I also felt like I had some good points. So it is what it is, man. You know, you're here for Tyler Rose TV. I'm glad y'all like what I got. I'm glad y'all subscribing. Y'all obviously clicking for a reason. So, I mean, I appreciate you guys for watching. And like I said, leave me your comments down below what you think about this. New to the channel, hit that subscribe. You want to become a member, $6.99 a month is the lowest premium. I got some special things coming for this channel. I have a special guest. I'm going to figure out some timing with this guest, but I got something coming in the works for you guys, and I appreciate you guys for watching and supporting my channel. So I'm see y'all next one. Peace.